What's going on, everybody? Today I'm gonna go over how I managed to solo queue to Celestial, beating my previous record for last season, which was GM2. So there are 4 things that help me climb through the ranks this season, and that's being flexible, choosing the right heroes to play that have a lot of carry potential, and abusing the ones that are regularly banned before bans came into play, adjusting my gameplay according to the rank that I was in, and having a loss limit. This essentially was the secret sauce in order to help my rank progression, and if you can implement this, you can climb too. So I'm a big fan of not being a one trick and learning as many heroes as possible. As I previously mentioned, being flexible can help your team because matchmaking will always give you 2 tank mains, 2 DPS mains, and 2 strategist mains on a team, right? It's not always going to be a perfect scenario. So more than likely, you're going to have to play tank at some point because your team decided to lock 4 DPS and 2 healers, whatever it may be. It's good to always be prepared for the worst case scenario. And if you want to be an anchor for your team, no matter how dog water they are, you're going to have to flex. So this is why you learn one hero from each role to play exceptionally. And this can help you climb much easier. For me, naturally, I'm more of a tank main, and I enjoy that playstyle a lot more than others. So most of my playtime is on Magneto, Strange, Thor, etc. But that doesn't mean I can't play other heroes and other roles. I have a good amount of playtime on Black Panther, Magic, Namor, Punisher, Luna, Cloak, and Mantis as well. By observing the composition that your team has and observing what the enemy has can help you determine what to play in order to enable your teammates. It can be as simple as, oh shit, we're getting run over by dive right now, so I'm just gonna go ahead and hop on Namor and hope that Luna's not banned and ask for her Luna so we can get the team up. You should be putting your time into someone that has a lot of carry potential. I know technically you can make any hero work as long as you master them, but some good examples of heroes that have a lot of carry potential include Doctor Strange, Thor, Magic, Winter Soldier, Hela, Luna, Cloak. These are all excellent options because they all have something in common, and that's something in their kit is overtuned. Early on in the climb, I played a ton of Magic, even up to Grandmaster, held a 60% win rate over 38 matches, but now in Celestial, I just don't see that much opportunities to play her. All it really takes is a good Bucky player to shut you completely down, and I feel like Bucky is such a popular pick. As you climb up to higher elo, it's almost guaranteed somebody will play him. So I'm gonna just try to lock in tank most of the time now to ensure the highest possibility of winning. And I can't stress enough that if you're not in Diamond Plus, you should be abusing the stuff that constantly gets banned. Wolverine is not banned, okay, go on a kidnapping spree. Storm's still open, okay, get a Johnny team up and combo those ults. So adjusting my gameplay according to the rank just meant that when I was in the earlier ranks, I would have to play more carelessly as well as play my own life much more often. Positioning in the earlier ranks really didn't matter as much as it did once I climbed more up. Our team synergy was almost non-existent and people would be all over the place, so that's why I say you got to play your life a lot more often. So learning where all the health packs are, especially as a DPS player, is essential. Once I got to about Plat or Diamond, that's when I really had to instill the mindset of like perfect ability and ult management. Depending on who I was playing, I needed to save certain abilities or even my ultimate for the right moments. And people overlook this because it's very easy to use 2 support ults in one fight at the same time when you could have just staggered it or you could have saved it for the fight after. These type of little details, especially once you start climbing up, could be the determining factor whether you lose or win the game. So being very mindful of my positioning, my ult and ability management, my ult tracking, my target priority, and of course, trying to have as decent aim as possible, I was able to cruise through GM in about 3 weeks and hit Celestial. So what better way to show you that this stuff is very important than to VOD review my own gameplay in Celestial, one VOD being very good, one VOD being very bad, and just go over how these little type of mistakes can snowball into a loss or win. This is a game where I was playing solo Thing, solo tanking on Thing. We had a Wolverine though because the Wolverine ban somehow got through, and you'll see that I play a lot off Wolverine this game, and it ended up working pretty well. So as you can see here, we're taking advantage of the team up. So when you press Z, one of you guys initiates it. You're able to throw him, and he pretty much goes straight into his Pharaoh leap as soon as you throw him. So really useful. But you're going to see here, this is probably the best way to engage because it is very difficult for me to walk up as the thing with no shield and I have to be the front line, right? So a really good way to engage is to use Wolverine as a way to get in. You can see here that they're at 93%, so I'm just kind of waiting for last second to touch. Maybe we can, you know, not stagger just yet. Maybe we can wait for a little more ult generation. Maybe we can wait for a better setup. But basically, the goal is to touch before 99. So I'm going to go ahead and E in. And then we're right away, we're getting Luna ult out just by Wolverine ulting and creating that pressure. She is ulting. And it is overtime now. We're in an overtime situation. So we're just brawling on point here. Our Luna ults back. Our Punisher ults back as soon as the Luna is ending, and we actually end up winning that. I'm gonna go ahead and initiate another throw here. I should have E'd here. That's on me. Just to be safe. If there was, let's say, more than 2 people right here, he could have died. But her Jeff was also there, luckily, so.
I don't think so.
So you can see right here, you don't want to do that. Literally punch them like I did while they're in spawn like that, because yes, Thing can't really be displaced or whatever, but he could still be stunned here. For example, by squirrels. He can get frozen, he can get slept still. And, you know, that could be really bad. So the good thing is that when you charge a punch,
I don't think so.
you get 75 shield for each punch, and then when you start the charge, you also gain like 200 or 300 shield. I don't know what the exact number is, but you can see that's kind of what keeps me up a lot of the time. So right here, right away, Wolverine is marking that he's pulling someone, right? Which is the pun. He's saying he needs healing. But right off the bat, my first instinct is to just E right to him and give him that extra sustainability because he has the strange on him right here. And, you know, that's a lot of damage. So I'm able to peel off the damage from him. And you can hear the Punisher. Punisher is ulting. So I'm not going to throw. I am not going to throw Wolverine. I'm going to wait. And our cloak decides to ult here for some reason. I don't know why. It's not really the best play, but whatever. So I go ahead and throw him into the ult while it's ending. And then I E over to him. And you can see right here, this is actually perfect timing. It could have been maybe like half a second later, but it works out fine. This is what happens. Cloak and Dagger ends up ulting just to clear that pressure. So I E back onto point, and that's kind of what you want to do. The thing is, like, if you get too far out, you want to look back at your team and just E. So I did a little clobber in time here while ult was going. This is fine because you can hear the Jeff ult right immediately after I did that, right? Because he knows he has a setup, and I get countered by Neymar ult, so that way I can't do any damage while they're stunned. So that was a good counter ult. The Jeff ult comes in. He ends up spitting me out right here.
We're all dead though.
He goes off the map, and this is great awareness on my end. You know, they're about to cap this right here. Like, this is getting very close to being capped. There's only 2 people on point. I can technically hold this, you know, like my goal right now is to make sure that my shift is up so I can recontest point with this little amount of time left. So if I go ahead and run this,
Wait, TP? Can someone TP?
I actually end up touching point at the very last second. And why this is so good is because we have the point captured. that means our timer will continue to run up while I'm stalling this. See? If I didn't do that, and we would have been back in the overtime situation while we're not gaining any percentage. And right here, I could have kept punching, right? I could have just kept punching and trying to kill them, secure a kill. But realistically, my goal is to survive here. I have to be looking at my health. So instead of winding up another punch, I'm quickly turning around, looking for someone to jump to. Because this is going to give me the damage resistance I need to stay alive. And then also, I'm at like 180. You can hear the damage hitting me. They're trying to finish me off. I at like about less than 90 HP, I initiate a charge and I go back up to 300 health because of the shield that it gives me. And it allows me to stay up even longer. And that allows the strange portal to come in. I don't know if you guys saw, but the strange portal is in. That is ours.
Good one,
and the cavalry is here.
Good TP, good TP.
Alright, and now the second half, which is the bad gameplay. I was playing Cloak and Dagger. We ended up losing even though we held them to 2 instead of the full 3. This is one of those games where I really felt like if I just didn't die during a specific time, we would have won this. Like, obviously our team could have played better, but there's stuff that you do on like almost like a micro level that really affects the outcome of games, and it's like a domino effect, really. Okay, so right off the bat, I'm holding ult here because I know that the Luna ult is up, but Luna leaves me, right? Like, I should have been moving with the Luna right here, but this Moon Knight ult separated us. What I should have probably done is just hit my go into Cloak, hit my right click right here. So Luna ult comes out right here. Our Luna ults. And then the Moon Knight ult comes out right here. Right here, right? This is the Moon Knight's ult. And this separates the healing between me and the Luna ult. And Star-Lord right here notices that. And he takes advantage of it, right? He comes and bullies me. So I'm going to go ahead and clear that real quick. He's right here. He notices it. He's coming in for the kill. So I'm still, you know, not using my cooldown and getting myself over to that ult and waiting for this to finish before I do anything. So that's the problem right here. As you can see, I am now getting pressured by the Star-Lord. Surprise, surprise. So I end up going Cloak here, which is the right play. But I ended up using my Vanish, my right click, before I did the blind. So he knows exactly where to go while he's using his little spin ability that does AoE damage. And it ends up, surprise, surprise again, killing me as soon as I'm out of it. Luna ult is ending now. This could have been a great time to ult because as soon as I died, all you hear is legendary, right? So this could have been capped. 100% could have been capped. But my slow reaction time and poor game sense in the moment really affected the outcome of this. It's almost like it was like choreographed, right? Like Star-Lord's gonna kill me right here, and I have ult. And I actually, look at this. I actually end up wasting ult. I didn't even notice that. I wasted ult. So there's 3 things actually going bad here. I mean, this is just abysmal, man. Like, this is just unheard of. Like, this is crazy, right? This might be the most boosted Cloak and Dagger of all time, right? Because not only are we allowing us to get separated from the Luna ult, but we also let the Star-Lord bully us for absolutely no reason. And not only that, but we end up wasting the ultimate just because of our poor ability usage. And we end up losing the team fight. It's a domino effect. Okay, let's just continue watching. So we're back at 0% for our ult charge from that mistake. See, our Luna somehow got out. I help her heal while she gets out. That's good. Going back in, we're trying to farm up as much ult as possible. And this is kind of where like this clown fiesta, like this doesn't feel like Celestial, you know what I mean? Like when stuff like this happens, right? So we have some disconnect between our Strange and me and the Luna versus our Hela right here. Our Hulk, I believe, is right, or Hulk is right there, and that's Namor right there, right? So 3 are already by the point, and 3 are attempting to portal. The portal placement ends up being in a spot where if we were to go in, we would immediately die. So this is what happens. We're behind them, right? Hulk comes back for a little heals, and he just sees the portal, and he's like, yep, you know what? I'm just going to jump back. You know what I mean? Like, I'm coming back. Like, let's portal, y'all. Let's portal. All right, never mind. Y'all look like y'all got it. I'm out. That's crazy. So we end up wasting an ability that's like an about like 160-second cooldown, I believe, or something like that. It's just over. So Hulk ends up ulting right here. Groot misses his ult, luckily. Right here, I don't know what I was thinking, but I'm full HP. I'm full HP, right? I'm full HP. And for some reason, I end up using my right click, my vanish. 250 HP. Behind the cart. He needs to be healed. But I'm just gonna let him die, I guess. I'm just gonna let him die because I don't know, bad awareness, and just I was not locked in. Like, this person right here is not the same person I am when I play tank, right? Like, this is just mistake after mistake. So we got the Invisible Woman coming out, the ult coming out. And that's crazy because you see that Invisible Woman actually pushes Hela back out of her ult right here and forces her to ult. She gets pushed, right? And that forces ult. That forces her to waste ult just to stay alive. Okay, everything's looking fine here. This is gonna be the last fight. We can't lose this. We're so close. Star-Lord comes in, starts pressuring. So me and Luna are trying to peel for each other. I right click here. That's fine. I completely miss another blind. I mean, this was just don't blind there at that point. Like, if that's gonna be how bad I'm gonna miss, there's just really no point in it. And then we got Luna ulting immediately as soon as she hears Star-Lord ults, which is good. It's fine, right? That's a great counter ult. Good job. We play that very well. And then Strange is going to come in and try to ult last second. Vanish. Great ability usage, right? Healing. There's really no point to switch over to Dagger here and continue healing while Luna ult is still going. That's another mistake. And then we hear the moon. We hear the moon, right? We are a 60 HP. We already got hit by 2 claws from the moon. Let's see this. Luna ult is literally ending right here. That's why Moon Knight decided to ult, right? So we hear the moon. 2 claws hit us. And the Ankh. Moon Knight is literally right there. And what do you think happens next, guys? Like, just what do you think is going to happen next? 13 HP? 13 HP. Look at this. Overtime situation. We just lost our cloak ult again. Massive strange ult that we can't capitalize on. And look at that. Game is over. Those little mistakes will snowball and end up making you lose the game and make it so much harder for your team to get value, especially like something like a defensive support ult. Like, that's something that you cannot waste. One major thing that we didn't go over yet is the fact that I had mentioned that I had a loss limit. People can end up trying to spam queue games only to go on major loss streaks that make them drop more than 3 or 4 divisions down. Whenever I would lose about 3 or 4 games in a row, I would legit just call it for the day. A lot of people don't realize that the quality of their games worsens with each consecutive loss in a session. They're playing tilted, and that ultimately leads them to make impulsive or bad decisions without even noticing. And obsessing over the rank that you finish each day is not healthy either. Losing days and winning days are meant to happen. A little D-rank is healthy once in a while. So don't get your hopes down just because you D-ranked from GM3 to Diamond 1. You'll make it back up there, bro. You'll make it back up there. And there you guys have it. That's how I was able to hit Celestial solo queuing. I'm hoping to get the opportunity to make a how I was able to solo queue to Eternity next, but I can't lie. This is a no touching grass area over here. So it's going to be tough. But other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed the video today. Hit like and subscribe for more content just like this. I'll see you all in the next one.